Hello everybody and welcome to The United Stand. This is your latest Manchester United transfer news where we give it all the real fan opinion on the latest transfer news. And I tell you what, Manchester United are working hard to bring De Ligt from Ajax to Manchester United, and there is reason for enthusiasm. I tell you what, there'll be a lot of United fans getting hard at the thought of De Ligt coming to Manchester United. And in fact, the hotter meter's there. Maybe we should call it the harder meter. But let me just say about De Ligt. Look, I am not going to put him on the hotter meter or the harder meter or whatever you want to call it, because I just don't think Barcelona will let this deal slip through their fingers. I think he is. To be honest with you, I'd love United to sign Koulibaly, and I won't be disappointed if De Ligt goes to Barcelona and we get Koulibaly. If that happens, I still think that might be a stretch, but I'd be very, very happy with that. But if we got De Ligt, oh my God, I just think it would be an absolutely sensational signing. Yeah, you could have concerns. He's coming here for a few years to go to Barcelona, and Mino Raiola is his client again. But you saw the leadership speech. You've seen the leadership. I mean, there's just some interesting things about De Ligt. He's 20 in August, so he's still 19. He's a leader. We've had that crap last night that Ashley Young's going to be given the captaincy. You know, he would literally grab Young by the ankles, swing him around in the middle of Old Trafford pitch, and like one of them, what do they call it, hurling or something, just hurl him out the stadium. Then Phil Jones, then Chris Smalling, then Nemanja Matic. Just chuck them out and see where they land and don't let them come back. But seriously, fantastic leader, and he would be an amazing signing at 19. Both footed as well, actually, and his boot supplier is Adidas. I'm scratching around trying to find things. Also, you know, his contract's up in 2021. He's only got 2 years left on his contract. So I've put 65 million. I don't think he would be even expensive as Koulibaly. And I think in this case, the story is that United are working hard on it because Manchester United want to pay more money. They'll give him more wages. They'll give him more money. They'll give Ajax more money. Whereas Barcelona don't really want to do that at the moment. So from I'm not normally a big fan of United doing it, but he so fits the profile. He is young, he is hungry, he is a leader, and you're never going to get the chance to get De Ligt again. There's only one De Ligt, there's only one chance. If he goes to Barcelona, that's him for the next 6, 7, 8 years, unless he's a flop. You know, if he does well, he ain't gonna never come into United. So it's now or never, and I think United are right to have a go at it. And the story is that De Ligt actually feels that he's worth more than what Barcelona are offering as well. So look, I would love it to happen. I'm not putting him on the hot meter. I don't even want to tempt fate. I just want this deal to happen and me to go, wow, that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I don't think it will happen, but you know what? Who knows? Apparently Manchester United can do anything in the transfer market. So let's see what happens with regards to that. I must just say, link in the video description for Football Index. Let me just give you a quick run through of that. This is the football stock market game where you can buy real shares in real players. As you can see, my portfolio there. But if I go to the top 200 players, and if I do put De Ligt in there, we should be able to see De Ligt. There he is, Matthijs de Ligt. He is trading at 276 a share at the moment, but if you look at the last 3 months, he's only on the way up. If he comes to Manchester United, his price will go up and up and up. And also, I want to show you the other lad who we're looking at, Daniel James. If you are going to play this game, I think this is not SAN, DAN, Daniel James. He is trading at £2.6 a share, and his price is going to move up. When he signs for Manchester United, his price will rocket as well. So link in the video description for that. Like I've said before, you've got to be over 18. Please do gamble responsibly, but unlike a traditional bet, if you buy shares in a player, you'll see it going up and down, so you're not going to lose all your money like you would on a £10 bet. So I'd go in with about 20 quid, so you can buy a fair few shares in players. Look, I've got 193 shares in Bruno Fernandes. He better bloody move this transfer window because it's starting to drop off a little bit. But as soon as he's bought, his price will rocket. Prices go up over the summer based on transfer stories and transfer news. So buying players on ability who are staying at their club, probably not the sort of players to look at. Link is in the video description for that. But let me bring you back here. Let's talk about Isco. Now, this is coming from Spanish reports. I know a lot of you like Isco. For me, I did write it down somewhere. Isco this season has got, I'm sure I put it down. I think he's got 6 goals and 1 assist, which is pretty crap return for a player who is playing for Real Madrid. He can play centre midfield. He's pretty much better off the left, I think. I worry about players like Isco because he's a very, very good player. But again, I think Zidane likes him, but Zidane doesn't see him as a starter. And I think that Isco in a Man City team would be immense. If you think at the age of David Silva, if you just dropped Isco into that position, it would almost be like for like, and he would be a revelation. And I think he's probably more likely to go to Man City than he would be to come to us, because yet again, I don't know how United fit a player like Isco in. I look at the 4-3-3 and I think, well, yeah, he could play the Pogba position with two good box-to-box players around him. You could put him in the Martial position, but then he's going to be an inverted winger again, and it's the whole Juan Mata situation where you're putting players out wide who really aren't wide players. You could play the diamond midfield 4, but we'd lose width and have him as a number 10. And the price being quoted is £100 million. So for me, I would rather go for like João Felix, who's younger and I think has got more development in him. Isco at 27, it's a no from me. He's a very good player, but I just don't see how he would fit into Manchester United. I think he'd fit into a team like Man City like a glove because of the way they play. But, you know, maybe we're going to play that way. I don't know. But for me, it wouldn't be a player that I would be interested in. Talking about another player that I wouldn't be interested in, Milinkovic-Savic. I did write this down, definitely. 7 goals and 3 assists this season from Milinkovic-Savic. This time last year, we were heavily talking about him. What a great season he'd had for Lazio. Great 2 seasons for Lazio, to be fair. And he looked like he was a player that Manchester United were going to try and sign. Didn't happen, probably for the best because it was a Mourinho signing. He's apparently going to go to Juventus. He's had a really bad season for Lazio, but no inclination that United are in that race anymore. I think he was very much a Mourinho target, and I don't think he's the sort of player that would fit what Ollie's trying to get United to do. Another player who has mentioned Manchester United, Thomas Meunier. Now, I have him on the hotometer, as you can see. Let's go to the hotometer. How does the hotometer work, I hear you ask? Or somebody will. So basically, this is our top 7 signings at the moment for Manchester United, ranked on a score out of 9 out of 10. So Daniel James is at the top at the moment. He doesn't play for Napoli. We've made a mistake, and I'm sure people have noticed that already, because what's happened is Koulibaly was top. However, James is a 9 out of 10, which means we're 90% sure he's going to go to Manchester United. And I think a lot of people are with that now. So James is in with a 9 out of 10. Bruno Fernandes is he's staying at 60% for United. I still think that deal could happen. I think we're in a straight race with Man City. I'm literally putting all my eggs in one basket with my 193 shares in him in Football Index. His price will still go up if he goes to Man City anyway, but he'll go up more if he's at United. Koulibaly, 50-50 chance. Meunier, 40%. Manlas, 40%. Bale, 30%. Bergwijn, 30%. I was tempted to not Bale up, but I didn't want to depress people. I think there's a good chance that Bale will come to Manchester United, if I'm honest with you. But so James is top of the hotometer with 90% at the moment. But Meunier, mid-table, 40%. Do get in the comments below if you've got what's your top 5 at the moment. Of course, I haven't got any inside information, really. I have on 1 or 2 of them, but some of them are just pure hunch. And Manolas is only in there because I think if we can't get Koulibaly, we'll look at Manolas, who's cheap, but he's been linked with Arsenal at the moment, so I hope they sign him. But yeah, Meunier is 4th. I'm 40% sure we'd sign him. He's actually come out and said something from his mouth that he would like to stay at Paris Saint-Germain. However, there are some beautiful clubs linked to him. Manchester United, Dortmund and Juve. I don't think Juve would be in for Meunier, to be honest with you. Dortmund probably would. So Manchester United. And Meunier's only got 1 year left on his contract. He's 27. He'd be an experienced right back, 6'3". He gets loads of assists, and he can play. With that height, he's good at getting forward. He's just a total contrast to Ashley Young at the end of the day. And Wan-Bissaka was mentioned yesterday with the Daily Mirror saying United are trying to get hold of him, and maybe we are. But I suppose most of it comes down to what faith does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer have in Diogo Dalot, because Diogo Dalot was a Mourinho signing, and maybe Ole doesn't quite fancy him, so maybe we will see a young right back come in like Wan-Bissaka, even though I don't really believe that can happen. But Thomas Meunier would be a very good right back to bring in for a few years, experience to nurture the likes of Dalot alongside him. And as I said, the contrast between him and Ashley Young, I mean, literally, I think Ashley Young's half the size of him for a start. But Meunier actually is a very good defender, but can get forward and support attacks as well. So I would take Danny Simpson over Ashley Young at the moment. I would take Alvin, our right back for the United Stand FC, over Ashley Young. He's better. So I would take a lot of people at right back for United. But Meunier, with 1 year left on his contract, I think around 20 million quid would be a very, very good signing. I know a lot of you want Wan-Bissaka, but I do think we do need a little bit of experience, especially in the back 4. And you know what? Dream. Imagine if you bring De Ligt in, who's going to be 20. you've got Lindelof, you've got Luke Shaw, and then you bring Mounier in, who'd be the oldest, the most experienced at 27. So that could work quite well. Or you get Koulibaly and Mounier, you've got some real experience in that back four. I think we need it, especially if De Gea goes. You know, we're all assuming De Gea is going to stay, but if De Gea goes, you need a bit of experience in the back four. So yeah, I'd be interested in Mounier coming to Manchester United. I really would. I think he's a good player with a lot of experience, and he does speak glowingly of Manchester United. So yeah, that would be good. Bruno Fernandes, I think he's playing a Portuguese Cup final in the next week. But basically, after this weekend, Manchester United, we should start to see some real manoeuvrability around the European targets that we're supposedly after, because Serie A finishes, Spain finishes, Portugal finishes, the French league finishes, so everything finishes. I think the French last league games are on Friday, and then of course everything finishes for the weekend, because then next Wednesday you've got the Emmerdale Cup final, and then the following Saturday you've got the Champions League final, which is it. So it can all start pretty much over the next couple of weeks, and it needs to. But let's get this done. We need to get this Daniel James signing out of the way, which sounds like it's going to be very, very, very soon, and then move forward with other things. But I don't want to be the voice of doom. I would absolutely, get in the comments and give me some fun forfeit I've got to do if we sign De Ligt, because I'll happily do it. You know, if it's nakedism you want, well, obviously YouTube does have guidelines. I can't do that, but you know, if it's we can think of, I would be over the moon if we signed De Ligt. Absolutely, I really would. And I'd be very happy if we can get Koulibaly. But if you get De Ligt, it just ticks all those boxes. I'm not putting him in the hot meter yet. I don't feel like it's anything more than paper talk. And as I say, United trying very hard to get De Ligt. As I said on Twitter yesterday, you know, put me in a go-kart and I'll try very hard to beat Lewis Hamilton in his Formula 1 car, but it won't happen no matter how hard I pedal. So, yeah, look, I think we may be being used just to get... I think De Ligt wants to go to Barcelona. I think Barcelona want De Ligt. And I think we're being used to get the price up and get his wages up. And I think that's what it's all about. But if he genuinely wants to come to United, that kid's a leader. And he would be the signing of the summer. I don't care who else we sign. I don't care if we get Sancho. I mean, imagine, oh God, I'm getting silly now. Imagine you get De Ligt and Sancho. Happy days. And Ndembele and Partey. Oh, it's party time. But these things could happen. They probably won't. But thanks everyone for watching. Please do smash a like on the video. Remember Football Index, link in the video description. The football stock market game where you can buy shares in real life players. Get yourself on players that are going to be moving in the summer. Maybe to Manchester United, because their prices will go up as the news and the transfer news builds up around them. Links in the video description for that. Make sure you're over 18 and do gamble responsibly. And as I said, I'd go in there with about 20 quid, so you've got, or more, so you can buy a fair few shares in players. It's a lot easier in the summer because you're just buying players that are going to be moving. And if you look at my portfolio, if I just can quickly go back to it, if you look at my portfolio, I mean, De Bruyne I'll probably will just keep, because next season he'll do well. Ronaldo the same, Salah the same. Mason Greenwood's been a very good buy for me. Aubameyang's good as well. Martial, Rashford, Pogba. Pogba's a player to keep hold of. I mean, he's $7.56 a share. If he goes to Real Madrid, he's going to go up even more. And then I've got Koulibaly, Bergwijn, Icardi, Ndembele, Bruno Fernandes. And I will get a couple more players that I know are going to move. So that's what I'm looking at over the summer to build up my profit, which is currently at £243.80. So pretty happy with that. Link in the video description for that. Give us your thoughts on De Ligt. Give us your thoughts on everybody else. I don't know why I went to that page. Give us your thought on everybody else, and I shall speak to you all very soon. Thanks for watching, and yeah, see you all soon.